Okay, don't get me wrong. Novadace is definitely a powerful Loomian, but what if I told you, Glacadia might be better? Okay then, hopping into the first battle, and this looks really good. I have ice, I have deep freeze, I have ice, I have deep freeze. This one's gonna be a little bit tough, but I can just frost beam that Boonery. I mean, if it transforms into my, fish scanner, we're looking really good. Don't know what I'm gonna do about Pyrolin though. That one is, a very range tanky Loomian. Okay, I'm actually not gonna bring up Epidemic. I can't see myself getting Babs up and then keeping them up, especially with Lair Gargolem. So I was gonna lead Fishgana, praying that they would lead off with Gargolem, but they didn't. Oh no. They're gonna get screens up and I can't really stop it. That's not good. I guess we can go meta. I think Cleones are generally only running Stratagem on their offensive move pool right now. Fire Enchantment, I think that's fine. We can throw off... Actually, do I want to go for T-Strike or would I rather go for Psycho? I can't see Gargolem just hard switching in. Also, where's my bandana? What the heck? Where's my bandana, bro? Okay, and it also looks like it is just Stratagem, so yeah, I'll hit this thing for a bit of damage. That did nothing! That did nothing! Okay, this time I'm gonna go for Psycho Blast. Predicting... Hard switch. Nope, this one for Dissipate then, I guess. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I guess I should have just clicked Thunderstrike again. I'm assuming Gargolem here, then? Nope, actually Eclipse. Okay, that is not good for me. Not good at all. Yeah, we can just go into Imperior here. I think Eclipse is probably the scariest thing that we have to deal with. So I am just completely fine with like sacrificing Imperior to get rid of Eclipse. Which, yeah, I don't really use Imperior that much to be honest, other than to sacrifice it to get rid of something that either I don't want to battle against or is really good into my team and I just have like no counterplay for it. So yeah, it should get nerfed. 202 health is pretty disgusting, and I've realized that the more I've used it, it's like, oh yeah, there's like not really any like counterplay to Imperial alone to don't hit it that hard, which is pretty difficult if you don't have a move that it resists. Okay, they go for the withdrawal into Gargolem. I was actually going to click Provoke, but I decided, I'll try and batter for the Eclipse, because I mean, I don't mind Eclipse being burned, that's just free chip damage, but yeah, Gargolem doesn't get affected by the item, unfortunately. I guess now we can go for a Provoke Claw, and then next turn we just throw off some Dark Surges for some nice damage. Oh, Dragonfall side is actually completely fine. Ice Dragon. Your stack? That's not what I wanted. Well, at least they can't go for Driving Force again, and also Fire Enchantment War Off. Perfect. Okay, here let's actually just go for the hard switch into Fishgana. Predicts one layer of Babs from Lem. Nope, let's go back into Dokumari. I have ice moves, so this isn't the worst matchup, but if I do lose Fishgana, I can't get rid of Barbs. I'll Frost Beam low. I'll throw off a Frost Beam, get some nice damage on this thing. Okay, never mind, they go for another switch. No! This is gonna heal, okay. What is my greatest option for this? Not really much. I mean, Glacadia isn't really going to do much to it because it's super range tanky. And Stratagem is going to nuke us. Like, a lot. I think we just go Imperior here. I mean, if it goes for heal... Well, actually, it goes for rest. We just provoke it now. We provoke it so it can't go for any, like, far enchantment. I don't think near enchantment works right now. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's broken. Yep, they stay in. I'm assuming they went for potentially dissipates. I mean, yeah, Cleone has what? Fire enchantments, probably rejuvenates, dissipates, and stratagem. So the only thing I can really do now is just hit me with stratagem. Or they're gonna go into Eclipse for the Dark Surge. So I'm gonna Shrewd Blasts. And it is Eclipse. Nah, I really can't afford to give you a speed increase. Although, my Shrewd Blast did next to nothing. Like, quite literally next to nothing. That's fine, though. We might as well go for the Provoke so that Eclipse can't set up, like, Scapegoats or just go for, like, Power Focuses. No thank you. Good, because Provoke can go through Eclipse's secret ability, but Dark attacking moves counts. We might as well go for a rest here. I'm assuming they're just gonna hit me, most likely. Nope, Dark Surge, okay. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to chip me without actually KOing me, but because I rested, it does. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure if I didn't rest, I would have lived on like 2 health, which would have been pretty bad. So yep, I will gladly take that. And now I think we can go into Glacadia, right? And just start firing off some meaty Frost Beams. I can't see Frost Beam not KOing Eclipse. Honestly, I could just go for Deep Freeze. Okay, then, there's a Deep Freeze. It is enough. Okay, a little bit risky, probably wasn't really super worth it, but I mean, it cost me a little bit less energy. And Boonery. Okay, then, so this is most likely going to be their boot user, which is probably what I should have actually saved Imperior for. But if we can get rid of this, we're looking so good. So good. You're obviously going to go for the Draco Beam, right? Like, you kind of have to. So I'm going to sacrifice your snack here. I think we actually can take one Draco Beam because of tank. Right, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay, critical hit. Even a critical hit boosted one I do. Nice. Now we just go for the Baffle. If we go for the Baffle, it's a speed tie. I'm pretty sure for Boonery and Glacadia. But because they're at -2, I think I can live one unless they critical hit me again. Okay, they do stay in and go for a Nulla Draco. That is completely fine. And now they are at -4. I really want to go for a Peace of Mind on Glacier, but all they have to do is switch out and come back in and they get my stat increases, which, yeah, don't really want to happen. Not gonna lie. Okay, so if we're gonna be smart about this, I shouldn't actually Draco Beam. I should go for the Deep Freeze because they have Gargolem, Cleone, and Dokumoria left. Those are the only 3 things left on their team other than Boonery. They can't stay in. They physically can't stay in. I'm gonna go for the Deep Freeze. Okay, they do go for the Withdraw. I didn't want to go for a Draco Beam because I really just like don't want to lower my stats, and then it's like, oh, now I can't like KO Cleone. Although I guess if I did go for Draco Beam, we probably could have still taken out the rest of their Loomians even at -2, since we can hit them all super effective. But then if Boonery comes back in and copies me, does it also take my minus stats? I'm pretty sure, so I guess that actually would have been fine either way. Anyway, I'm gonna click Deep Freeze again. Yeah, I'm gonna Deep Freeze here. This should do a lot of damage. It's okay, it does KO it. I mean, it should. We're Ice Essence. Our ability increases Ice type moves by 50%, and it's super effective, and we're getting stabbed. There's like no shot that wasn't gonna KO it, even if it is super bulky. Like, the only way that they're gonna be able to beat my Glacadia is if Boonery can just copy us and then take us out, or if they brought Pyrolin, which for some reason they didn't, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I think their last Loomian is Dokumori, so I was actually better going to Vishkan to sacrifice that, but I think Maytoad makes more sense to sacrifice. Okay, they did freeze me, unfortunately. But this makes more sense because they might actually... No, I think they have to be boots, right? So that means they have to go for Deep Freeze, and I can live vanilla Deep Freeze. We just Psycho here. Waiting out. Okay, that's completely fine. This actually might just KO it. We're gonna nuke them. Okay, not exactly, but that's still pretty good. Not gonna complain about that. And now we just fire off vanilla Psycho Blasts. And, okay, so it definitely uses boots. Oh, it does KO Milo. That's fine. Because they're trapped into boots, we know that my Glacadia can tank one hit from this thing pretty easily and just fire off Rust Beams now. Okay, yeah, that was actually pretty scary, but yeah, I was actually about to sacrifice Vishkana against their Boonery, but that actually would have been pretty bad because Meditoad has a completely worse matchup into Dokumori, whereas my Vishkana can take. I guess actually I'm still weak to Poison, but I think we're more likely to take a Baneful Bash than Meditoad is to take an Earthquake. But yeah, now that Boonery is down, it is just the Dokumori. Let's see it, come on. I don't know why you brought so many, so many things weak to Glacadia, but you really should have prioritized that Pyrolin, I'm not gonna lie. And then Frost Beam should one-shot it. Dokumori hasn't got the best range defense stat, and even if it's fully invested, we're quite literally a wall breaker, so if we can hit something super effective, they're probably gonna just faint. Okay then, hopping into the next battle. I do see a Perdigon, which sucks because we are cold weak to metal, and that thing is way faster than us, unless we run boots, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, it looks like they don't have any way to get rid of my entry hazards, so I'm just gonna set them up. Also, why am I a noob now? I just hopped surface, man. What happened? Okay, well, could go for the Muck Blast. Don't really need to against the Loomian, so we'll just go for Babs. Got my layer of Babs down. I'm gonna assume Flash and Flee. Yeah, okay, Flash and Flee. That is completely fine. Waste a little bit of their energy, and that actually doesn't even do half to me, so I'm taking it. Not gonna complain about that. Straight into Dragodine. If this is a boot user, that would be pretty darn scary. I'm just gonna fire for Muck Blast slow. It's most likely gonna be... Actually, is it a GSA? Jetstream? I do get knocked out by that. No! But yeah, it looks like it's a bulky one by the looks of it. But... yeah, you're an air type, so that means you're weak to ice, and doesn't really matter if you're a tank. This is just gonna completely obliterate you. Oh, you have health? Not anymore. Yeah, smart play to go for the switch into Cosmiarlo. So if the Dragodine wasn't the boot user, this could be the boot user. Also, that almost just one-shotted it. I am like a pixel off. If I just went for one more layer of Babs, I honestly didn't even need to hit the Dragodine. I was like, okay, if it's a boot Draco Beam spammer, don't really want to like deal with that, so I'll hit it a little bit. But honestly, I should have gone for another layer of Babs. Cosmio would be fainted. But yeah, not a big fan of this matchup. We'll just go into the Imperior. Really don't want to gamble on this thing being boots. Not at all. I don't really know why he would switch into this. So yeah. Oh, but I faint low? Oh, no, okay, burn doesn't tick. Burn does not tick. Okay, this is perfect. We go for Dark Surge, True Blast, just in case the clip switches in. Lay this guy down to rest. Okay, interesting. I'm not entirely too sure why you did that. I'm assuming they were just hoping that I went for like Provoke or something. Or, I mean, if I batted it would also... I'm assuming they just predicted me to go for Provoke then, I guess? Or like, okay, as long as I don't get hits, I live. So that means it has to be a boot user. And here, I mean, I don't see why we can't just go back into Glacadia, back into Dragodine. I think, honestly, we can just go for a Deep Freeze. I'm pretty sure Deep Freeze will be enough to kill the Dragodine, and it just prevents Luminami from switching in. Pretty sure. It just stay in. Please knock it out. Okay, nice. I hate clicking it because, like, it's not that... Okay, it's a little bit weaker, but it's like, okay, please tell me it still faints. Otherwise, I'm gonna look like an idiot. Although I already am. Okay, your snack is in. Well, we've already had this matchup in reverse against the other guy's Boonery version, and we know that Draco Beam isn't going to one-shot the your snack because of tank, even if I critical hit it. So, best thing we can do here is honestly just switch out. And because they didn't go into Protogon, can I assume they don't have Protogon then? They might not actually have Protogon, but just to be on the safe side, we'll save the Meditoad just in case. They just go for the Baffle immediately low. We are Bootscar Golem. The only thing on their team that could outspeed us is the Protogon, I'm pretty sure. And it's Eclipse. Pretty sure I outspeed this still, so I just want to hit it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I do outspeed it still. And that's pretty darn good ship damage. Raging Howl. That is going to KO me. Critical hit. I don't think that matters, but yeah, I mean... I can just basically fire off whatever I want and Eclipse will faint. So I think we just go back into Glacier. Can't really go into Medi. But yeah, that means that they have Luminami, Eclipse, and your snack. And that's it. So yeah, no Protogon. That's actually great. I guess I didn't actually need the Meditoad then, but oh well. I'm just going to fire off Deep Freeze just so it uses less energy. And for whatever reason, it just prevents Luminami from switching in. But they just go back into your snack. Actually, Luminami? Why? Sure, I'll go for Deep Freeze. We're actually, like, very range bulky. Like, we're not investing anything to our range bulk, but Glacier has a lot of range defense, so I think we can actually live a hit if we didn't one-shot it. Okay, Luminamis generally run like very melee defensive, not the other way around. Hirlin, I'm pretty sure Medito can just win, so I think we can just safely fire off a Draco Beam and just pray that we don't miss. I think the smarter play would just be to go for Frost Beam, do as much damage to it without the chance to miss, and Medito shouldn't get one-shotted by a Your Snack. If I miss Draco Beam low, there is a chance I lose. But for some specific case, if I get a big critical hit, no, actually, if I got a critical hit, that probably would have fainted. So yeah, that's fine. And it is Milkshake, so we're still fine. Slap down. Actually surprised he went for slap down. Not gonna lie. I'm guessing no Heartbreak then, but yeah, we can just click Draco Beam, and that is the game. Yeah, Glacadia is really strong. I mean, I wouldn't say it's generally better than Novadeus. I would put Novadeus and Glacadia on the same level, and the Fire Dragon just... we don't talk about the Fire Dragon, but Novadeus is better in some situations, and Glacadia is better in other situations, so yeah, it's pretty freaking strong, Low. Okay then, hopping into the set, we're running 200 speed TPs with a nimble personality to be as fast as possible. The 200 range attack TPs is to let us hit as hard as possible. The 64 energy TPs at level 50 will give us a grand total of 300 energy to use. And then the 36 health TPs are leftovers. For the held item, I'm using an Ice Essence because we'll mostly be spamming our super strong Ice type moves, although any other offensive item like a different Essence, Shell, or even Boots would also be fine. Then for the ability, we're running the normal ability, Chilling Passion, which will increase the power of all of our Ice type moves by 50%, so yeah, oh boy, we're gonna nuke. And then finally for the moves, we're running Frost Beam as our strongest Ice Stab, Draco Beam as our strongest Ancient Stab, although feel free to switch this out for True Blast if you don't like the stat decreases. Deep Freeze is a really good coverage move to let us hit Water-type Loomian super effective, and also nukes because it's also an Ice-type move. And the last move that I have is Peace of Mind to set up. Although there are a couple of different options that you could run, like True Blast, like I mentioned earlier, which is mostly just in case you don't want Draco Beam lowering your stats, or the potential chance to miss, so True Blast is a pretty safe option for that, although it is definitely a lot weaker. And your other option is Raging Howl, if you want to run something like Boots, I guess.